Greetings, Matt and RC with you, and today I'm going to take you through a review of the film Total Recall. This is a remake of the 90s classic starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, although classic may be a little too generous based on if you've seen it recently. So how does this film match up to the original? You know, in the original you had Arnold Schwarzenegger playing a character named Quaid. The story here isn't much different than the one from the 90s. There are some big differences, though, between the original and the new one, and I think that's where the new film succeeds. So let's go through it as quickly as we can. Colin Farrell now plays the role played by Schwarzenegger, Quaid. Quaid wakes up in the middle of the night with recurring nightmares of being chased by the police with a woman, Jessica Biel, in tow. He's not quite sure about who this person is. But the nightmare always ends the same with him being caught. Quaid's wife, Laurie, played by Kate Beckinsale, who was played by Sharon Stone in the original, is worried about Quaid's recurring nightmares, but encourages him to get sleep. The environment of the new Total Recall is much different than the original. A massive biological war has resulted, leaving only two places on the planet that are inhabitable. The colony, which is Australia, and the Federation of New Britain, so actually Great Britain. And travel between these two places is done via a core shuttle. So as this gigantic tube-shaped shuttle approaches the core of the Earth, gravity ceases for a few moments, leading the shuttle back to the Federation. Well, in New Britain, that's where Farrell works. He's given a card by a fellow worker to say, hey, go to this place called Recall. They do memory implants. They can give you the perfect kind of thing you've been looking for. And so Farrell decides to go, and hoping to get implants of, you guessed it, the secret agent. Well, once the recall begins, all of a sudden, Quaid's lair, that has been his real true personality, comes out, and the people at Recall realize, whoa, something's going on. He really is an agent. And that's where everything begins to fall apart. His wife, Laurie, played by Kate Beckinsale, is really not his wife. She's a plant, and she's a deadly assassin. And so the two mix it up. Well, after Farrell runs, he meets Jessica Biel on the street, and they go through a really great car chase in the film. This version is different than the original because there's no Mars. They don't go to Mars trying to put hands in weird locations, whatever that stupid thing was that Schwarzenegger did. And I think the story's grittier, it's more violent, and I think even still with all those elements, the movie succeeds in a lot of ways. It does bring a little bit of the nerd, what is life all about, and memories and stuff like that. But really, in the end, it's just a great action chase movie with Farrell and Biel running for the outer rim of the habitable zones, meeting up with Bill Nye, who played in Underworld. He's the underground agent, kind of in charge of the whole resistance, whose attacks have been happening more in Federation of New Britain, which really upsets the Chancellor Cohagen, played by Bryan Cranston. But I think in every way, the new version is far superior. There's none of the cheesy lines, consider it a divorce, when Schwarzenegger caps Sharon Stone. I think the chase scenes are much better. The dialogue is more serious, but there are these moments of dry, witty humor. Special effects are really great. But I think the story is the center of it, and I think the trio of actors there, Biel, Beckinsale, and Farrell, interact very, very well. Much better than I think the original. And so in many ways, I would recommend the new Total Recall, and I'd recommend you kind of put the old Total Recall to the side and just enjoy what you're going to see. It's in my top 10 list of movies for the year, and I think with good reason. So I really encourage you to go see it. Don't listen to what the critics are saying. I don't agree with any of the negative reviews. I think it's a great summer blockbuster. If you'd like to read my full review, you can pick it up at sandwichjohnfilms.com, and we'll put that right about here. If you're on Twitter, you can also check me out at the address listed, well, right there. I also write for a website called onepercase.net, where we write about everything nerdy and cool and awesome. So I hope you check that out. And I also do Blu-ray reviews for highdefninja.com, so I hope you get a chance to take a look at that too. Well, this is Matt Narcy. Peace!